So you don't want to do your homework, you're having a difficult time getting excited or motivated or whatever to start an assignment, a paper, etc., and you're looking for something to help you out. Well, luckily for the benefit of myself and hopefully you guys included, that's what this video is going to be here for. So before we really get started, I just want to say that this video isn't just a one-time use. It's not just a view it once and then forever keep it in your mind. This video is straight up, it's here for you guys whenever you need it. Okay? So if you guys ever come to an instance in your life from now to wherever in the future, as however long this video stays on YouTube, where you're having a difficult time getting motivated or you just don't feel like you want to start something and you're having a hard time getting started. We'll just put it at that, as simple as you can say it. Come back to this video and check it out because that's what this is here for. So I just wanted to say that and get that off my chest in the beginning. And with that said, I just want to let you guys know of the simple tip that this video is going to consist of. And it's nothing that you've never heard of before, but it's here to remind you about it. Because I think a lot of the time, that's all we need to do is hear something, okay? Just like relationship advice or advice with school, sometimes we already know the answers. We just don't necessarily, we haven't found them within us, even though they already lie within us. We just need somebody to tell them to us so that we can go and find them for ourselves. And so what I wanted to say is that if you genuinely have a difficult time getting excited to do something, I'll give you an example. A couple semesters ago, I took a history course, and the history course required us to write an 18-page paper, and that was for undergraduates, okay? Graduate students actually had to write 20 to 25 pages, so 2 thumbs up for those cookies, but I had to write an 18-page paper on Europe in the High Middle Ages, and it sounds interesting, and it was interesting, but I'll tell you guys right now that it was not an easy topic to write about, not being, I'll say, 110% educated on it. I didn't really, I was just a person who took the class. I'm not majoring in history, I'm not majoring in anything involving Europe or High Middle Ages. I'm a business major, so I had absolutely no general concepts of some of the things that went on during that time period, and so it was a difficult paper for me to write. And before I wrote it, I generally had a very difficult time starting the process of writing that paper. And as you can tell by the length of it, it's not really a paper that you'd want to wait until the last second to start. And I'll tell you guys what kept me from generally starting it in the beginning, and hopefully that'll help you guys recognize the problems within yourselves that are keeping you guys from doing whatever it is that you need to get done for school, and if you want to apply it to other things, that's great, 2 thumbs up. But I will genuinely say that the fact that I was aware that the paper was going to take so much time, so much hard work, so much studying, so much research, I didn't even, just so you guys know, I had to use 8 sources of research for this paper, okay? 5 secondary sources. Secondary sources are things that other people have written about the subject, and 3 primary sources, which are direct sources relating to whatever subject that I chose, which was in my case involving the papacy and the Catholic Church during some of the Crusades that took place, and so that was really difficult. And just the concept of finding those sources, especially the 3 primary sources, is quite painstaking and nerve-wracking in itself. But nonetheless, as I start to get sidetracked, the fact that I was aware of all this difficult things that were ahead of me kept me from doing the work. So I sat there telling myself, all right, I know I need to do this paper, but I'm really scared of doing all this work, so I'm just going to wait a little longer and wait a little longer and wait a little longer. And as you guys can, I'm sure, guess, I ended up waiting. I think I wrote the paper a week and a half, 2 weeks before it was before I had to actually turn it in. And I think it was a week, as a matter of fact. I just remember that I was hustling the whole time to write this paper. And in the end, it was one of the driving factors that really held me from beginning the paper was just that I was afraid of all these things that I had to do. Now, I'm not disregarding that there's a lot of things in life that have a lot of difficult things that you need to do in order to reach the end point. I'm just saying that being aware of knowing and accepting that you need to do difficult things is one thing, and then taking that and saying, all right, I'm just going to do this is another thing. And it's, using those two things hand in hand, that gets you on that train of starting your paper or starting your studying process. And as for me personally, when I actually I step number one, I start doing the research, I start doing this, I start writing a paper. Once I actually start going with the process towards whatever it is I'm working on, like my paper, it actually goes pretty smoothly. I'd like to say that maybe 90% of the time, no matter what I'm working on, it's that first, I'll put it in a percentage because the time of things that we do regarding schoolwork changes for every different assignment, but I'd say the first 10% of the overall time you spend on the assignment is the hardest time. It's that time where you really don't want to do it. You're kind of in a negative mood. You're pissed that you're having to do schoolwork when you can go play new Black Ops 2 that's out. Oh yeah, winky winky. But it's that first 10% that's really hard. And if you guys can really just push yourself to get through that first 10%, I really genuinely think that the other 90% of the assignment will generally flow quite smoothly, and that's from my personal experiences, and I hope that you guys experience things similar to that. But this video, and if you're listening to me right now for the first, the second, or the third, or the fourth time, or whatever, if you have something that you need to do, get yourself up, and no matter what the endeavors are ahead of you, conquer them and just start the process. Instead of waiting, instead of complaining, instead of procrastinating, just start it. Do something, do anything, do a little bit. A little bit is better than nothing. A little bit is better than nothing. And remember that, and if you do that and you can get past that 10%, I really think that you guys are going to surprise yourselves with the great output of work that you produce and the amount of time that you finish this assignment. And then by the time you're done, you're going to feel so great with yourself. It's going to be absolutely self-fulfilling, and you're going to be proud. And that's what it's all about, the process of school and growing older and all this stuff is generally learning how to deal with things. And I think one of the largest things that we learn as humans and as adults and young adults growing to adults, etc., is learning how to deal with things in a timely manner and hopefully getting rid of procrastination as through every day that we live and whatnot. But I guess that was my one tip. Maybe I'll make this a 2-episode thing and do another video on it. I don't know. We'll see how much you guys enjoy this video. But I hope that you took the one tip that I had in this video, and I hope that you can capitalize on that and apply it to yourself to help you with future assignments, and help you guys get those done a little sooner so you can enjoy your life a little more, doing the fun things that we all enjoy. With that said, guys, I will let you go. I hope you guys all have a super awesome Tuesday. Enjoy playing Black Ops 2 for those of you that got it early, and hopefully I'll see you guys on there myself. And guys, thank you so much for the time you spent in this video. Very much appreciate it. As always, stay fly and stay fresh, and I'll catch you later. Peace.